Hi everyone, welcome back to my weekly meal plan episode. If you're new here, this is just a quick episode I do each week where I share with you what's on my meal plan for my family for the upcoming week. I do also have a blog post of the same meal plan that has links to any of the recipes that I mentioned in today's episode on my website at lolasfrugallife.com, so you can check that out if you hear anything that you might want to make for your family. I do rotate my recipes frequently, and I encourage you to do the same if you find it challenging to get a meal plan together by rotating your meals on a certain frequency, at least some of them. You will find that your meal plan will kind of come together before you even get to future weeks, because if you know you're going to make something 3 weeks from now, 2 weeks from now, a week from now, whatever, you can put it on those future meal plans based on that time frame. And when it's time to create your meal plan for the week, you'll find it's mostly largely filled out already. So this week's meal plan starts on Saturday, April 22nd. So for Saturday, we're going to be doing creamy Italian instant pot chicken breasts, which is from the reciperebel.com. And this is like a chicken breast that you make in the Instant Pot, and it has this one has pesto and cream, so it makes like a creamy chicken breast. And then for a side dish, I'm going to make easy rice baked casserole, which is from foodnetwork.com. This is a recipe where you cook together spinach and rice and egg and milk and cheese, and it makes like a nice casserole out of it. So I thought that would go good together with the chicken. So for Sunday, I'm going to be doing super easy Swedish meatballs, which is from iwashyouDry.com. I made these a few weeks back, and I really, really liked them, so I'm going to make them again. They were really pretty easy, but they did take a little bit of time because you do have to roll the little meatballs and then fry them first as part of the recipe, and then you have to make the gravy that goes over them. So it was a little bit more on the time consuming side, but I'm making it on the weekend on a Sunday, so I have a little more time to cook. And then as a side, we're going to be doing Chef John's perfect mashed potatoes, which is from allrecipe.com. And then I'll just do some frozen vegetables, whatever I happen to have on hand. I usually always keep some of those steam fresh type vegetables in the freezer. So I'll just see what would go with it and pop it in the microwave, and then that can go with the meal. For Monday, we do hamburgers every other Monday, so that falls on this week. So I just make hamburger patties with ground beef and cook it either on the stovetop or on the grill. I'll be grilling soon since the weather's getting a lot nicer, so then I'll primarily mostly just cook those out on the grill. And then I serve them with oven fresh seasoned potato wedges from allrecipes.com. These are usually what I always make with the hamburgers, although in the summer I might wind up making more like air fryer potatoes because these do take a while in the oven. But basically you just take potatoes and slice them into wedges and toss them in a Ziploc bag with some olive oil, Parmesan cheese, and some seasonings, and then you just bake them in the oven. And then we're going to do a can of pork and beans on the side with the hamburgers. For Tuesday, we always do a Mexican theme meal, so this week is going to be homemade nachos with ground beef. That's from the seasonedmom.com. Super easy. Just do the ground beef and put spread the nachos out on a tray, and you cover it with the ground beef and cheese and bake it, and then you just add all your toppings, whatever you like. We usually put out salsa, sour cream, jalapenos, avocado, all that kind of stuff. So that's for Tuesday. For Wednesday, we're doing salmon. I usually do seafood on Wednesdays, and I think I usually wind up doing salmon probably every other week. So I'm just going to be doing baked salmon, really, really easy. I buy the frozen salmon fillets. I just defrost them and I brush them with some olive oil and some McCormick Smokehouse maple seasoning and put them in a dish. I forget if I already said brush with olive oil, but I brush them with olive oil, then season them, and then bake them at 450 degrees for 10 to 12 minutes, and they come out pretty much perfect. And then we'll do some buttered egg noodles with those, and then again some frozen vegetables, whatever we happen to have in the freezer. Thursday, we usually do breakfast for dinner, or some type of soup and grilled cheese sometimes. But this week we're going to do breakfast for dinner. So I'm going to be doing turkey bacon in the oven, which is from Brended groceries.com. That works well with regular bacon too. We usually have turkey bacon, but I've done it with regular bacon also. And it's pretty much, you just put the bacon on a baking sheet and you bake it and it comes out perfect, and it's so much easier to clean up. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll make some scrambled eggs on the stovetop, and then some home fried potatoes in the air fryer, where I just take potatoes, chop them up, like dice them up, and some peppers and onions, and toss them with some olive oil, salt and pepper, and cook that up in the air fryer, and it goes good, like kind of like home fries with the eggs and the bacon. And then for Friday, I'm going to be doing easy American goulash. I've been kind of adding this into my regular rotation. It's really quick and easy to make. It's not quick. It's quick to throw together, but it does take some time to simmer on the stovetop. So I don't want to say it's really quick to make, but it is easy to make and pretty quick prep time. It's got a little bit of a longer cooking time, but it's kind of like a one pot dish with like ground beef and elbow macaroni and red wine, diced tomatoes, all that type of stuff. My one daughter referred to it as a bougie hamburger helper. So just so you know what it's kind of like, but I really like it. It's a pretty great quick meal to make on a Friday night. Again, I keep saying quick, not quick, but easy. And that was from budgetbytes.com. That's budgetbytes.com. So that is it for this week's meal plan. Like I said, you can find links to these recipes and this complete meal plan on my website at lolasfrugallife.com if you're looking for any of these recipes. So that's it for this week. I will see you back here next week. So thank you for checking in for this podcast episode. And don't forget, you can always email me with any questions or suggestions at lolasfrugallife@gmail.com. You can follow me on Instagram and Facebook at lolasfrugallife. And you can find a blog post for most of my episodes and definitely all of my meal plan episodes at lolasfrugallife.com. You can also join our private listeners group at facebook.com/groups/lolasfrugallife. And if you enjoy the show, please make sure to subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, or wherever you listen from. And I would love it if you would screenshot the show and tag me on Instagram so I could see you're listening. Also, if you can please take a couple of seconds to rate and review the podcast. Those ratings and reviews are what help the show come up better in search results so that other people can find this podcast. So that will really help me in growing my audience. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you have an awesome day.